calling you a radical. Do you think it's an irony that the stimulus checks will get signed on March 11th on the 10th anniversary of Fukushima? You think that's an irony? This is important this is a fact, and I can prove this. So all the Fukushima information, which is basically two people, Kevin Blanchett and Dana Durnford, is being internet kettled. What does that mean? Squashed, hammered down, annihilated. We're being shuffled. We're being shadow banned. So let's talk royals quickly. So Colbert goes on this spoof about Epstein Island and the royals. How they're, come on. Why don't you take it a step further? There's a reason that Epstein's Zorro Ranch is at Los Alamos. Let's talk Bezos real quick. Jeff Bezos' wife gets remarried to a high school science teacher. I talked to a guy yesterday and said something, and he says, well, what if these professors don't know about the implications of Fukushima, the fallout? And I says, I'm a butcher, what's a cow? I'm a baker, what's a cake? You know, so then I talked to a group of activists, and they're doing a protest the day after. Get this. The day after, on the 12th, they're protesting at Los Alamos on the expansion of WIP. I says, WIP already got expanded. You're fucking 5 years late to that game. I says, well, what about Fukushima? Well, oh, wait a minute. I'm a butcher. What's a cow? I said, I'm a baker. What's a cake? I'm an environmentalist. I'm an NGO. I'm a fucking human rights fucking group. I'm going to what's Fukushima? Holy fuck. The greatest ecological catastrophe. Well, think about it. 10 years? The stimulus check's going to get signed exactly to the day? You know, it was the 10th here that night. Fucking unbelievable. The royal family. So I want you to Google this. Everybody Google this. You forgot, you know, one of the comedians went off on their inbred past. You think that's just cliche and joke. Do you know anything about World War I and World War II history? Huh? Do you know anything about Waterloo? How did fucking Wellington win? He called in his cousins at the last minute. Rothschild called in his cousins with his pigeon from Russia. Oh, they got there. So I want you to Google the Russian crown. And by the way, it's very real. You think Putin's a commoner. Okay. They're all German, by the way. They're all German. London, Liz, and crew. That's one thing. You remember Harry, it's irony now because he's married to a woman of color. Remember when he got caught with his swastika on his thing and he said it was a Halloween costume? So maybe it was. But you don't think he knows that London Liz killed his mother? Now who was Princess Diane hanging with? The Ottoman Empire! Constantinople! Oh, that's just all a fucking funny song. You don't think the empire... By the way, do you know that the Saudi royal family, the English royal family, the Russian royal family, the Swedish royal family, did you know they're all cousins and they're all German? Did you know that? They're all German. So when they found the bone pile, I remember my uncle, my Beach D-Day guy, one of the first guys at Battle of the Bulge guy. When they stormed, he was one of the first American soldiers at the Berlin headquarters. He used to carry this Luger. He used to have it and had notches in the top. And I found it had a big old bullet in one time because I'd swiped his fucking car and met these girls. And fuck, how it didn't kill me. But anyway, what a gem that dude was. Harold. I said, where'd you get that, Uncle Harold? You little fucker, you keep that, you know? And he says, that's one of the highest ranking German officers in the Nazi regime. He says, I put a bullet through his fucking head right there. Right before he got me, I got him. Oh. I says, he used to have these swastika flags. And I said, God, let me take him to school. He says, why? The teachers will just steal them. He was the same guy that told me, he says, you stand up for that Pledge of Allegiance bullshit, I'll kick your fucking ass. That's nation building. That's fucking German Nazism. I'm learning to speak German. I go, sehr gut. How's your German? He says, I hear you speaking around here. I'll kick your fucking ass. You got me, boy? Yes, sir. What about Hitler? The Russians beat us to it, you know. They won the war. You know, we mopped up, but well, what about it? Oh fuck, Hitler was flown to Argentina long before that happened. Yeah, and he would know. I mean, the royal family. So when they found the bone pile and they did the DNA swap in the 90s, remember what's her name said she was Anastasia, was living in Virginia, and they did that great piece on PBS and proved that she was just lying the whole time. That's what people do in the United States of usury. The closest DNA match to the Russian throne, which is still legitimate. You don't think so? There was I think the second or third closest match was a pizza delivery kid in Chicago. He's living in Moscow now, and he's a royal. Was Prince Harry. You don't think he knows that? You don't think he knows his royal inbred blood? You don't think he knows that? Oh, he knows that. He knows London Liz killed Mama. Me and my youngest got in our I says, come on, come out of freaking, you need to wake up. You think they don't rule? They control the IAEA, the UN. Remember, the UN was going to be no monarchies. This is a great story. So the UN was started no monarchies. It's going to be in New York, and then it moved to Vienna. Stalin, Stillman, who's from Georgia, not that Georgia. That's not his real last name. They love to poison people. By the way, Blinn, head of the NCI, the Nuclear Consortium, the CIA guy, the head of the CIA, he just died in Kentucky from drinking some cough medicine. Look it up. How come the mainstream media? Same reason when Sheila, the CFO of Facebook, remember David Goldberg beat to death? He got Trotsky to the fucking head in Mexico. You remember that? You remember that? And then he fell on the treadmill. And then they come out 4 seasons. We have the best surveillance in the world. He was never on a treadmill here. By fact, he was never here. They canceled the Walt Disney shareholder meeting. Look it up. This is all fact. I don't do conspiracy. Prince Harry's the heir. One day you will wake up and realize the nuclear energy crime syndicate, Jeff Bezos' grandfather, guys, his father was charged with statutory rape of sex with a 14-year-old. That's his mother. Bezos. Who's Bezos? Look up the pictures of Bezos and Ted Lee Harvey Oswald Cruz's father together at the Bay of Pigs. Yep, that's Bezos. CIA, Bezos, CIA, married her after the fact. His grandfather, yep, the nuclear physicist, Operation Paperclip. And these are not my words. These are all Einstein's words. They're all Germans. They're all the same clan. Elon Musk, Bill Gates, freaking Jeff Bezos. Remember when every single .com went bankrupt? Not his. I've got an answer for all this. Shoot the nuclear waste into space and load Bill Gates on the rocket with it. One day you will realize the CIA, the NSA, FDR, no royals, Winston. You're out, you drunken freaking MI6 piece of shit. You can see those pictures. He knows he's the odd man out when they're at Yalta by the sea. Stalin, FDR, and Churchill. The Germans. Who won the war? Operation Paperclip. When he got the cable, FDR is dead. FDR would have never dropped those fucking bombs. Never. Hiroshima to Nagasaki to Fukushima. Fukushima, 10 years. Stalin's first words is, what did Churchill use to poison him? Then they found Truman. From Truman to Trump. So we'll see what's sliding with Biden to Obama. Oh, fuck. Fukushima, here. One day you'll wake up and realize it's all the same clan. And the power structure. Children trafficking, racism, all this old royalism, nuclearism. Oh boy, talk about a power structure. Sugar wars, textile wars, molasses wars, plutonium wars. The ultimate power. And it's not there to make electricity, to threaten people, to control the world. One day, the inbreds, the royals, and this is important. So Danford and our information is being squashed. I can prove it. You used to Google Fukushima, Fukushima news, Fukushima breaking news, Fukushima meltdowns, Pacific salmon collapse, Oregon salmon collapse, freaking Chinook salmon collapse, Washington salmon collapse, Alaska salmon collapse, California, dead tide pools, San Onofre, Indian Point, all the subject. Kevin Blanche, 19 of 20 on the sidebar. Net neutrality, huh? They're kettling us because that's who it is. All roads lead to Los Alamos. Oh, yeah. Trinity. Fermi. I bet $1 it sucks all the atmosphere out and kills every single person in New Mexico. He died in La Jolla. Young, who looks just like Bezos. All roads lead to fucking Los Alamos. Huh. Our information's being kettled. The Royals, the Royals, the Royals. Same old theme, 1914, with their guns and their tanks and their bombs and their internet. So what the internet's turned into now is nothing more than a research library. You plug it in, people are going to have to seek it out, like when I was doing my undergraduate degrees and doing my work, my postgraduate work. Search and hope somebody's got it in the library. They're not going to feed it to you. That's okay. We do the work. Fukushima, 10 years. They're going to sign the stamp. Where do you think COVID came from? A mutation from the sea. All roads lead to Los Alamos. Zorro Ranch. Huh. Ask Bill Richardson. Ask Donald Trump. Ask Bill Walmart Clinton. Ask them all. The power structure. The Royals. Fucking you believe we even still have monarchies and they still fucking wield this kind of power, and you could still, that these dumb peasants in the United States are still Oprah, I'm going to Africa to save the black children of Africa. Why, she walks over the dead bodies in Chicago. You know how many black kids are killed a day in Chicago? Whoa, the gun violence. Stay tuned. Same old theme. 1914 with their nuclear reactors. They're not there to make energy. Stay tuned.